Hi, everyone. It's the Lovewell Real Estate team. We're here to do our monthly market update for you. I'm Margaret Hanson. We have Katie Lovewell and Louise Lovewell, and Katie is going to lead you through the numbers from last month.
All right, let me share my screen and we'll just dive in. Okay, so we'll again begin in the south part of Alameda County at Fremont, where we see prices are definitely leveling out, both in median and average. Actually, the average sales price, but the median sales price shows like it's kind of leveling out. The average sales price shows like almost like $100,000 drop. Inventory is increasing. We're at 66 for active, which compared to last year is actually much higher. It was only 39, although later in the year it was closer to that. So that's what we're seeing for Fremont. For Hayward, again, this one actually still shows the price is going up in both average and the sales or and median sales price. Inventory is actually slightly down from the end of April to the end of May, very close to what it was last year. So that is what I see for or what Hayward is showing. For Castro Valley, doing something a little bit different, and the prices are actually coming down a decent amount from April to May, both in average and the median sales price. And sometimes this is just a seasonal thing. A lot of people with, and granted, this is May numbers, and we haven't come out with June numbers yet, but kids get out of school, people start going on vacation, graduations, there's all these different factors. And of course, that prices are still, at least in May, they were or April to May, we're still relatively high with how high interest rates were. So I think we can start to see people just not being able to afford as much because of how high prices went with still relatively high interest rates. So then a similar trend in San Leandro with prices starting to come down. Inventory is up compared to last year and a little bit from April to the end of May, although pendings are going up. So how the pendings were doing on the other, and I'm jumping back. Okay, Castro Valley pendings were down, but San Leandro shows pendings are going up. So prices could start to come back up a little bit. Alameda, similar to, I think, Fremont, shows prices are kind of leveling out, but I haven't caught, it's so interesting. There was a peak in February and it hasn't come back up to that peak. Inventory is down, a little bit down compared to last year, but fairly consistent from end of April to the end of May. And then, although again, just having fun with comparisons between median sales price and average sales price. So while the median sales price shows it's flattened, the average sales price shows over $150,000 increase from the end of April to May. And then we'll move on to Berkeley, which has both, well, it shows median sales.
Oakland.
Oh, thank you for the correction. Yeah, this is not Berkeley, this is Oakland. Oakland shows the average sales price is pretty much the same from April to the end of May, although the median sales price is going up. Inventory is going up, although the pendings are flat. All these
Look at that. That's a huge difference in active homes from last year.
Yes, from 293 to like almost
That's
200 more active homes. That's a very good point. Thank you. So again, being how many are currently on the market. And one thing I thank you for reminding me, Margaret, I wanted to point out for Oakland, compared to all the other cities, another interesting data point is the month supply. And for Oakland, it's been over 2 for the past few months. And so the amazing thing to me is how high prices are still in Oakland, because when you look at all the other Bay Area city, or not all the other Bay Area cities, but the cities we're looking at in Alameda County, most of these are just above 1 or maybe like 1.5, but nothing above 2. So I don't know quite what Oakland is doing, but I would guess prices are going to start coming down with so much supply.
Yeah, and maybe it does have to do with that huge increase in inventory, right? There's so many more houses on the market right now than there was the same time last year. I wonder, Katie and Louise, do you think that that has to do with sellers kind of holding onto their properties while, interest rates were so high, and eventually everyone's saying, okay, it's time to sell. We have to, because, we have things in our lives going on. We have to sell. It's just a big jump in inventory. So what do you think that that's about?
Yeah, I think people definitely held off for a while because high, only people that were selling because they were really required to, but maybe people are like, this is just a new normal. And so if I want to buy another home, I just,
Or they want,
enough
or
and
they
I'm
want to move out of Oakland. Remember there was that Jeff, that's the lone person that said he saw an exodus out of Oakland, so I don't know.
yeah. So we're the loan agent we spoke to that said a lot of people seem to want to be leaving Oakland right now. So I guess we'll see. I mean, this for people who are looking to buy in Oakland could be a very good time. I mean, prices are still high, but with all these active homes, I mean, it seems like you've got a lot of options. All
And
right.
probably the inventory is staying on longer if you look at the days on the market.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if there's any other. Okay, so I'm going to move on to Berkeley for real this time. Okay, here we go. Berkeley is super interesting again. Like interesting because I think Alameda had a peak in February, where Berkeley had a peak in March and came down, but now it's coming back up again. And there's a big, yeah, both increase in median sales price and average sales price from April to May. Maybe the people from Oakland are going to Berkeley. They don't seem to be going to San Leandro because of the price. I mean, looking at the nearby cities. Now I want to look at Alameda again. It's probably, anyways. So yes, very interesting. Inventory is up a little bit from last month and up a little bit from last year, but nothing huge. So, but pendings are flattening out. So we'll see what happens the next month or so. Lafayette also big price increase in the average sales price, almost like 300,000 from the end of April to the end of May. Median sales price also a decent increase, and the number of active homes has gone up again. So maybe prices will start to level off like the other cities, because they're very, very high numbers right now.
Yeah, and if you look at the pendings are kind of taking a dive a little bit.
Yeah, so it's interesting how every city is, there's not like a consistent trend across the whole Bay Area. So it's very good, you know, for buyers to really pay attention to their own cities that they're looking at, or sellers, for that matter. So Pleasanton and Livermore, which we'll get to in a second, are both have seemed like they reached their peak and are slowing down. So both in the median and average sales price, we see a decrease, and inventory, especially in Pleasanton, is really increased.
Not a decrease in inventory.
What did I say? Decrease, increase. Yeah. I'm sorry. A big increase in inventory from the end of April. I mean, in March, there were 25 active homes, went to 47 active homes at the end of April to 69 active homes. So definitely, I mean, pending still, so they were going up in May, but we personally have had a home on the market, and it was crickets for a little bit. So interest has gone way down with so much available. You know, this is almost triple what it was in the end of March. And I think right now I saw like it was in the 70s. So we are really are triple where we were for active homes. So Pleasanton buyers have a lot of options right now. And again, compared to where we were in May last year for active homes, definitely a big increase. Okay. And
because Katie, how many, it was in our neighborhood in Pleasanton with our listing, how many went on right on that same week?
The week before we put our home on the market, 5 came on the market. Yeah. I mean, it's slowed down since, thank goodness, but it was, yes, it was the end of mid-May is when they all came on. So we came on right before Memorial. All right. Then Livermore, again, inventory also, it's pretty actually significant increase. I mean, look, for end of February is 29 and Livermore is now 77. So also
that's like almost double. Yeah, double.
Pretty substantial. Sure. I mean, compared to last year, we're close. So I expect Livermore prices are going to continue. You know, they were showing that going down. I think I mean, my pending still show fairly up. I would think with all the active homes, prices are going to come down. And both the average and the median sales price do show a slight decrease. So anyways, that's what I wanted to show you about those. Ladies, anything you would like to share about what you've been seeing?
So I guess if I look at my experience with the last 3 cities, San Leandro, Pleasanton, and Pleasant Hill, our office manager had one on a street called Halsey. It was just a darling 2-bedroom, but her price point was, I think it was $729, and she got 11 offers. So she went like, I think in the 800, something range. So it just, I mean, but it checked all the boxes, right? It was a good lot, even though it was only a 2-bedroom, 1-bath that had this little bonus room off of the garage. You had RV parking, and the house was cute. I mean, it just showed it had all the right stuff. Our house in Pleasanton, it's really a nice house, corner lot, had all the right things. But the price point, again, it seems like the price point is really the key, because we had it at one price, then we did a price adjustment thinking, okay, this is going to do it because there's others that are around there. And the first offer that came in 180 under our last price reduction, which was amazing. So luckily we were able to negotiate. Another offer came in, we were able to do it. But yeah, it seems like when you get up into that, I'm going to say above 1.5 range, buyers can be really choosy and picky, and they can show you all the buying signs when they come to the open houses, but nothing happens. And Pleasant Hill, the client that we wrote on, probably is going to get like 5 to 6 offers. It does need some work, but it is in a really good school district. But again, the price point is lower. So it seems like his theory is correct. The price point is the thing, that if you're at the right price point, it will happen. And if not, it doesn't.
Unless you're in Oakland. Yeah, I mean, I think different cities and different areas. But yes, there's always competition toward more towards the bottom of the Bay Area price market, housing price market, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Because the interest rates are not bad. I mean, nobody seems to balking about them. I think they're like around 6.6, 6.7, 6 point something. So not horrible. I mean, not like it was 3 years ago, but since we've been at this now haven't we been at this for like 2 years, year and a half?
Yeah, because I think it was in April 2 years ago that the interest rate started going up.
Yeah.
But there's still twice as much for people that are, at a 3% or lower interest rate. It's over, 6.6 is better than 8%, but it's not nearly as good as 3%.
Yeah. So that's our story. And here it is. We just passed Father's Day, and we are, in a couple of weeks, it'll be 4th of July. Ta-da! The middle of summer.
Yay. Yeah, and I think like one of you had mentioned that, June also can be a funny time because we have graduations. A lot of people go out of town right when their kids get out of school. I mean, hey, Katie was just in Ireland.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people who are out of town right now. So I think that it can be, so much is seasonal. And so we'll see what happens when people start getting back in town. There might be some more activity.
For sure. And speaking of, I don't know if you can hear my kids in the background, but yay! Summer vacation. All right. Well, I think that's it, unless you have anything else you'd like to add, ladies.
I think we're good. It's like everybody have a wonderful week. And looks like the weather's going to be great. So bye to everybody.
Yes, enjoy. And we probably won't see you before 4th of July. So have a wonderful holiday.
That's right. Happy 4th of July. Bye, everybody.
Bye.